Donald Trump could be in real trouble because the FBI has revealed details of the Epstein case. Elon Musk has once again attacked Donald Trump, accusing the American president of allegedly being involved in the case of convicted pedophile and former influential financier Jeffrey Epstein. Elon Musk has already stated that the FBI's secret documents are not made public only because they contain information about Trump's connections with Epstein and his dirty dealings. And just recently, the United States Department of Justice and the FBI unexpectedly made a statement about the Epstein case and revealed a shocking truth. My name is Alexei Pecci. Today is July 8th on the calendar. Let's discuss this topic together now, but before we start, I ask you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave any comment, and be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel, Pecci News. The link to it is in the description of this video. There we publish breaking news as it comes in. So, the United States Department of Justice and the FBI have recently published their findings on the Epstein case. The Department of Justice and the FBI concluded that they have no evidence that convicted sex offender and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed influential people, kept a client list, or was murdered. Essentially, the Department of Justice and the FBI are refuting some of the accusations that have been circulating online against Trump and certain members of his team. The Department of Justice, which is now under the control of Donald Trump's administration, released a slightly edited video showing that no one entered the Manhattan jail where Epstein was held on the night of his death. In 2019, according to the official investigation, Jeffrey Epstein took his own life in his cell after the allegations against him were made public. As Sigutnia writes, whose journalists have reviewed the evidence, the video confirms the medical examiner's conclusion that Epstein committed suicide. The obtained data became the first instance when the Trump administration officially refuted conspiracy theories regarding Epstein's activities and his death. Theories that were promoted by two top FBI officials before Trump appointed them to the Bureau. And here you might be surprised to learn who is currently handling the Epstein case and who presented the evidence of Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. As influential figures and activists on social media, Kash Patel, now the director of the FBI, and Dan Bongino, now the deputy director of the FBI, were among those in the Make America Great Again world who questioned the official version of Epstein's death. It was these two, Patel and Bongino, who put forward theories that Epstein was deliberately killed by someone, to cover up the tracks and to prevent him from giving up anyone involved in the sexual crimes he was accused of. But then a miracle happens. It is precisely the pair, Patel and Bongino, who are appointed by Trump to head the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And now they both tell us the following. Epstein did, in fact, commit suicide, even though, for several years before that, they said it was impossible for him to have committed suicide. It was definitely a murder. But the thing is, right-wing supporters of Donald Trump don't believe the version that it was a suicide. They insist that government officials, celebrities, and business leaders are also involved in Epstein's crimes. And that someone killed him to cover it all up. And Elon Musk, with his short messages, is fueling this theory again. And now, the most interesting part, especially in light of Elon Musk's statements that Trump might be involved in the Jeffrey Epstein case. The FBI statement now says that no one else involved in the Epstein case will be held accountable. They say the case is closed, and that's enough digging into it. I should note that Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, is serving a 20-year sentence for child trafficking for sexual exploitation and related crimes. But no one else will be prosecuted, not even an investigation will be conducted. As stated in the final memo from the FBI and the United States Department of Justice, quote, investigators did not find any compromising list of Epstein's clients, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could serve as grounds for investigating uncharged third parties. And here's the paradox. Being influential, Make America Great Again figures, it was Patel and Bongino, who are now once again at the very top of the FBI, who were among the loudest voices promoting Epstein conspiracy theories. But it was precisely since they entered the government as Donald Trump appointees. They started speaking more cautiously about the Epstein investigation and sharply cooled the enthusiasm of supporters of the theory of his murder. Now, Pateri and Benjinu say, no, he committed suicide, the case is closed. The Make America Great Again media space and some of its representatives on Capitol Hill expressed disappointment with how the Trump administration is handling the Epstein case. Since February, when the Department of Justice released some files related to Epstein that were already publicly available anyway. They say there's nothing new about it, although the Justice Department team tried to present it as something new, some kind of new discovery. They said they had declassified the information before, but it was revealed that all of it had been publicly available for a long time. And finally, let me give you one more fact to think about. When Elon Musk had a falling out with Trump last month, Musk accused the United States president of being mentioned in the Epstein files, which the FBI still hasn't made public to this day. In response, Trump then published a statement from Epstein's former lawyer, David Schon, which said that Trump was not involved in any crime. Let me emphasize, well, he also represented Donald Trump himself in his first impeachment trial. So Epstein's lawyer, his personal lawyer, is proof that he can't be involved in this case. Later, Elon Musk deleted his accusations, as you remember, saying that he went too far. Nevertheless, questions remain about whether Donald Trump's name is in the government's Epstein files, since Trump and Epstein knew each other and attended the same parties in the 90s. In a 2017 interview with author Michael Wolff, Epstein even claimed that at one point he was Donald Trump's closest friend. However, in 2019, Trump stated that he was not a fan of Epstein and had not spoken to him for 15 years. He also said that he banned Epstein from visiting his golf resorts in the early 2000s. Meanwhile, the Democrats demanded more information about the relationship between Epstein and Trump. But today, the Justice Department and the FBI say the case is closed and we will not return to it anymore. Moreover, today the Department of Justice and the FBI stated that further disclosure of materials related to Epstein would not be appropriate or justified. Most of the materials concern sexual abuse of children, details about Epstein's victims, and information that could expose innocent people to accusations of wrongdoing. During the review, we found no grounds to reconsider the disclosure of these materials. That's the whole story. Just to remind you once again, the head of the FBI and his first deputy were both appointed by Donald Trump. I'll leave it at that. Share your opinions and conclusions in the comments below this episode. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and don't forget to like. If you want to support the work of this channel, you can do so financially with any donation. You can use the links and payment details in the description of this video or the QR code on your screens. That's all for now. Take care. Goodbye, everyone.